the Nome card has been officially been
Oh
released.
yeah, yeah. Well,
I've been tweeting it all week. I've been doing my own little promo over here. And they got the full card out June 22nd, Gnome 15. I think we talked about majority of the matchups already. A matchup that we didn't talked about, which got announced later that day, was Jada Nightwing versus Rum Nitty.
yo, that's that man. You
Mm,
know, I
mm,
want to
mm,
say,
mm.
salute to URL for putting that type of battle on
Yeah,
and on, because normally that battle would be reserved for like a volume setting, because you got two heavy wordsmiths, pins, and URLs is saying, you know what, nah, it's time, and Nitty obviously has been on Gnome and Summer Madness before, but for Jada Nightwing, this is a huge look for him their return to New York City, and you've got probably Rum Nitty right now is on a Cody run. He's on a Cody run, but a lot of people feel like so is Jada Nightwing. Jada Nightwing has been going crazy this year. You know what I'm saying? Win,
yeah.
lose, or draw, he's been producing nothing but quality battles. And for them to put this battle on Gnome, it's like a changing of the guard, because it kind of says, and not saying that they aren't superstar names, but for a Gnome battle, for you to see Jada Nightwing and Rum Nitty, pretty much the same thing as like a Eunice versus Chess, or even a Tay Rock and Real Sick on a Gnome. Is like, I like the theme of what they're doing with this Gnome. They said, nah, we want bars. We want some real rapping. And so, and if you notice, a lot of times when you got the two superstar names together, sometimes they don't produce the type of battle that we expected. Sometimes the names are bigger than the actual battle turns out to be. I think with these type of battles, you got the right amount of formula, got the right names to produce the type of spectacular battles that you would need. And I think every man and woman on the card, Miss Hustle, shout out to Miss Hustle being the only female on the card, but I think every battler on the card knows the assignment, and they know that yes, this is about bars, but it's also known. It's also the big stage. It's also the return to New York City. Let's bring the moments. Can I
I
do? How many classic known moments do you feel like we're gonna get from this card?
maybe three.
Three classic moments from this card. I think so. It might get more, but I think three would be the minimum. That's a good
Yeah, I
number.
would. I would go with three. As far as this battle go, I like this matchup, but I would be worried for Jada Nightwing. I'm not a big fan of this battle for him. I am crossing my fingers. I hope he does well, because he's about to get his ass whipped in this battle. The reason why is, hold on, wait a minute.
Hey,
Respectfully,
nigga,
hold
all
on,
right,
wait a
all right.
minute.
Hey, clip this and
The
send
re-
it to him. You might give him the motivation he need. Well,
the
he don't
reason
need no motivation. First of all, he's got Rum Nitty on Gnome, so he's
the
already
reason
motivated.
why okay, the reason why is when Jay raps, it's like, he raps on his pace, his own tone. He's not yelling or screaming.
Right.
You're in New York City, man. You on a big stage. This is the biggest stage that Jade Nightwing can be on. So I'm not sure how he's gonna approach this battle. The crowd in New York, man, they are one of the toughest battle rap crowds out there, and I'm just not sure what I want to see what I'm gonna get from Jay. I know what I'm gonna get from Rum Nitty. Rum Nitty is a fan favorite. He is, to consensus, the best puncher of all time. He's all of that. You know what you're gonna get from Rum. You're gonna get
Yeah.
those creative punches.
The
You're gonna
J,
get
the night flips, the wings,
yeah.
the
It's
crazy
just it's
references.
it's
Right.
just it's just the setting right now for Jay the Nightwing. I'm not a huge fan of it. and man, I think it might get ugly, man.
It could, but they matched this. It is a matchup that I never previously
If it was
thought
in
of.
a small room, I really would give Jay a chance, but if it's on the big stage though, man.
Yeah,
Like it's
I think, but Jay style, and I've seen Jay on big stages before. And
yeah,
I've seen him
yeah,
on big stages.
yeah, he was on the big stage against you. Guess what happened? He lost. There you go, man.
No, no. First of
Rebuttal
all,
that.
no. Okay, well, here go my rebuttal.
Oh God.
So my rebuttal to that is, first of all, me and Jay rapped in a smaller environment. It wasn't a Nome stage. It wasn't like 1,500 people in there. And also, I was coming off the real sick battle from Nome, so this was my comeback battle. I was just in a different bag. Jay, obviously, we made a great battle, but I mean, who's gonna beat the bar guy? Like nobody's gonna beat me. There's that. But Jay the Nightwing style, it's peculiar because I do feel like I understand where you're going. You're saying Jay's fire. I just don't know how this style translates on this stage in New York City with this crowd. Will it? Will it?
Exactly.
But I think the people of New York City already know how Jay rap. I think it would be a mistake for Jay to come on this Gnome stage and try to rap different or try to do something he
If
hasn't done
he
before.
rap, if he raps the way he's been rapping in his last 3 battles, which was good, pretty impressive. I just don't think that's gonna be it, though, man. I think Nitty may take advantage of it.
I, I don't see, man. If we are we doing predictions right now, or you just
No,
want to
no,
talk?
not right. No, not right now. I'm just giving me my insight on it.
I think Nitty style definitely fits this stage better. Nitty has mastered the big stage and the small stage. You've seen Nitty versus Surf on a big stage. You've seen Nitty versus T Top
Mm,
on a big stage. You've seen Nitty on Nitty. This ain't new for Jay. I do feel like he, in his mind, feel like he may have to make some adjustments,
mm,
but that also could be the thing that throws him off. Because I don't think this is the stage you experiment on.
yeah,
Like, okay, let me
you
let
don't
me
do
try to
those
do
type of
something
things on
different.
no.
Yeah, let me try to do something different. Let me try to create these big moments. Nah, we just rap the way you rap, bro. I think,
Mm,
but again, like I said, I feel like the people in New York already know his style. They know how he raps, so
but
they will appreciate the dope shit and the hidden secret shit that he's trying to slip
but
past you.
but
I think they gonna fuck with it.
I'm glad Jay got this opportunity though, man.
Think about Loaded
So
Lux. Don't Lux listen. Lux, he create, yeah. Lux has big moments, but at the same time, Lux is being super intricate, being lyrical. What's the difference? Like between, and yeah, Lux is a
star
Lux
power,
made it.
man. Aura.
There
That's
we
what it
go.
is.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. That is the difference between Jay and Loaded Lux. Lux does have the aura of the star power, but Jay also has his own aura. Why you think they compare him to Goods? Because it's more of a shrug it off. Like I don't care what you just said. None of that shit don't phase me. Like I'm unbothered.
This
Jay
is
has the most nonchalant, like unbothered attitude in battle rap. Like it don't matter what you're saying to him. He gonna give you he gonna give you your, you know, the head nod when you say something fire. But for the most part, Jay's like,
and by the way, I do not think he's in contention for champion of the year right now. I just want to put that out also.
okay, fair enough. So
Because
but I think it's a dope battle, and I like it for known. I like it
yeah,
for known.
I like it. I like it. I like it. But like I said, our predictions. We'll get to it probably like sometime next week. But let's go to the main event that was announced earlier today. Geechee Gotti against New York's own T Rex.
Oh man. T Rex at home. All right. So we saw Geechee and Mook in New York. Geechee's always he's been legendary, especially up against the other legends. He's right now collecting every single legend stone there is.
Wait,
Geechee is making a very strong.
Did he meet Sirius Jones in New York also?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think that was Atlanta. think that might have been Atlanta, if I'm not mistaken. But he beat Series Jones. Geechee has all the battle rap stones. He collected all of them. I think he said there's only like a couple left that he don't got, but he's gonna get those too before he retires. He has every single legend on his.
Speaking
So
champion of the
wow.
year, Geechee saying he should be in there. He's saying he's undefeated this year.
What was his battles? I don't know if he did lose. He probably didn't lose. But what was the ones that did?
He battled Steams. He battled 40 bars. He battled I remember Steams and 40 bars. He battled. I think he battled Joey Linwood.
That
He
might have not been this year, or I don't know. But
no, he
regardless,
was on T Top's card.
okay. Well, shout out
Oh
to
no,
my
Marco
man
Mozzi. That's
Marco
who.
Mali. Yeah, yeah, he beat Marco. Shout out to Geechee, man. You know, myself, me, Geechee Rumnitty. The West is making a strong push for the Cody.
Don't forget Hansel.
Hansel's on a Cody run. So we'll do a whole separate show on the Cody because this is the halfway point of the year, and we
Um,
do kind of need to figure out who is where currently.
Geechee,
Um, but
Geechee and Rex.
Rex and Geechee, man, it's that street talk, man. I like the battle just because it's not a style clash. This is two dudes that talk that street shit. Geechee's telling it from a West Coast perspective. Rex is telling you from a New York City, Harlem perspective. They both talking that drug talk. They both talking guns and shootouts. They both talking gang banging. What else they gonna have? I mean, I feel like Geechee can definitely get
Hey,
more
now that I
disrespectful
now that I
into the
think of it,
disrespect, but I like
this
Rex.
now this is now I think about it, you just think about the aura, the setting, the the resume of these two. This is a mega main event. This is actually a mega main event.
Yo, what
It
happened
may
when
not
Rex? What happened when Rex slammed that hat on that stage, man? Think about I did think about Geechee's rebuttals. Rex slamming the hat, Rex getting into that Rex flow that only he could do.
but, but I need
But I
that.
feel like Geechee, this is a good battle.
And it's in New York. You know how I feel about hometown favorites.
Yeah, the guy with
And
the
you
home
know,
field advantage is probably pretty much going to win the battle. And
but
I
then
wanted to
again,
say,
I'd never pick against Geechee Gotti.
so now there's a conflict of interest here because you say you never pick against Geechee, but you never really pick against the guy that's at home. So what happens when you get both of those scenarios in the same battle, which is what we have? You got Rex, who is a
Man,
legend. You got T-Rex, who is a legend at home,
I see because
versus a guy
I
who has 3 champion of the year belts.
because I seen what Rex. I mean, what happened to Geechee when he was in New York against Mook, and Mook definitely took advantage. He definitely catered a lot to the crowd. I think Rex is going to be the same thing. The crowd's gonna be all behind Rex. They love Rex down there. He's a goat, Mount Rushmore, all of that, you name it. But I don't know what type of Rex you're gonna get though, man. So that's the thing.
Rex been on fire. This his last 5-6 battles. Rex been on fire. Uh, damn man, I wish y'all could have seen T-Rex versus Bad News for those that probably didn't see it, but you know, Rex is on fire. like, but then again, you're talking about he's going up against a guy who has 3 champion of the year belts, a man who has been in these big, high stake mega matches throughout most of his career.
What's that? Get back, man.
This is not foreign territory to Geechee. He tweeted out, New York, I'm back at home. He said New York is his second home. I remember Geechee going to New York, going to the proving grounds, trying to get on, trying to get away into the URL, and he had to take those trips to New York and
I'm
trying to
not worried.
get seen.
I'm not
So
worried. I'm not worried about getting a half-ass Geechee or a Geechee freestyling round. I think we're gonna get all 3 rounds of Geechee.
yeah. We're not gonna get a freestyle Geechee versus a mixtape Rex. I don't. I do think both men are gonna put their 100% effort into this, and you're gonna get a crazy battle. It could be a classic,
It,
depending on. It could be
it,
a
it,
classic. Who knows?
if they promo this the right way, this might be one of the ones, man.
All right. Well,
Let
we'll get into our predictions next week.
Yeah, but let's go to another league though. Another league that's been making noise all year. They started with the Apollo card, then they bounced back to the with the proven point proven card. Then now they got a September card coming up. From what I know, they might have a card before that too. Um, the bulletproof card. We know about Hitman and Murder Mook. One of one of the biggest grudge matches that people been asking for. You know, is TBO was able to get it done for the culture. They just announced a battle today, a battle that people's been asking for also. And this person actually happens to be on the Gnome card, and he's also on this bulletproof card. Rum Nitty takes on Detroit's own Calico, man.
Wow, man. Well, first of all, I want to say this is a phenomenal battle. Shout out to TBL. Shout out to Chilla, Kenny, the whole staff. So y'all doing a phenomenal job with these matchups. And one thing I like about TBL is they're delivering the matchups that people have been asking for. When I heard about this battle, I was like, wait, that's not on Gnome. That's not on Summer Madness. This is a battle that was being built and talked about, especially for the URL platform before TBL was taken off the way they are. Yo, Kenny and them always been around doing a thing, but as far as like mega matchups and big, mega events, they wasn't around like that when we was talking about we want to see Nitty and Calico. And I just feel like it's an egregious misstep on the behalf of the URL. Like, why is this not on Summer Madness or why this is not on Gnome? Because no disrespect to Chess and Eunice or really any one of them battles for real. But you could have easily put Calico and Nitty on this card and took off, let's say, Miss Hustle and T Top or Chess
Yeah,
and Eunice. No one's gonna be mad. Niggas will be like, finally. But this ain't about that. I don't know how that happened. I don't know how to. All I know is TBO says it's a diamond sitting over there in the street. Ain't nobody doing nothing with it. I'm about to go pick it up.
all I
I'm
know is
picking
the
up the diamond.
URL. All I know is the URL is punching air right now. They're probably punching the damn mall right now because I'm pretty sure they were trying to book this battle. I don't know why they didn't. And obviously, it's on TBL. Shout out to TBL. And this is a battle that people's been asking for. Yeah, this feels like a URL battle though, but obviously URL wasn't able to get it done. TBL was able to get it done.
That's what all it boiled down to, man. I'm gonna just say this. Um, there's no such thing as like a battler was just stuck to one league, man. Whoever come with the money first get the battle. That's really what it all boiled down to. Whoever come with the money first.
This is a good matchup though. I like this matchup, man. Adding on top of with Mook and Hitman, you know what you're gonna get from Rum Nitty.
How do
Calico.
you? I just want to know how do you have a 2-day mega event with Apollo, which a lot of people felt like that was the biggest card they had seen on paper probably ever, and then you follow that up with a Mook and Hitman announcement. Then you follow that up with a Nitty and Calico announcement, all in the same year.
Um, they're giving what the culture wants. I mean, like you told
It's
me
crazy,
earlier,
right?
I mean, their name says it itself. Take over Battle League. They're taking over. That's
Take
what it means.
over. Battle League. That's the name of their. That's the literal name of their league. Take over Battle League, and it seems like that's exactly what they're doing. They're saying we are coming to take shit over. We taking over. Don't worry
I
about it. Y'all favorite battles that y'all been wanting to see. If whoever take you, not even just URL, RBE King of the whoever, y'all taking too long to do it, we'll get it done. We
um
ain't waiting on nobody.
I
That
think
we know what y'all want to see. We finna do it for y'all, and
I
that's what
think
they doing.
TBL, they have, man, they're not just throwing one event. They're throwing multiple events that's like that the culture is asking for, and they're good battles, good cards also. So
And they just threw that event. They just threw the event with Nitty and Elijah Straight.
yeah,
Point was it point proven?
yeah, point
They
proven.
just threw point proven after
They had
Apollo, and
they
they
had
now they
Ace
got following
Amin
back
and
up with,
Hansel on there, Sniper and Foots, like, and
and they
then you
following that up with this bulletproof card, which
with this.
already looks to be a mega card, and I just can't wait to see how do you
I
follow up a Nitty and Calico announcement. Like what other? Because I feel like the rest of the card got to be just as
Daddy and
crazy.
Ilmac.
There we go. There we go. Danny Myers versus Ilmac will be a perfect announcement to be next on that. So hey, call me. Call me. We don't know. We don't. It's not booked yet. It's not booked yet. But that will be a great addition.
But
Or
yeah,
Danny and Loaded Lux. If they
dang.
say, "Yo, we got Danny and Lux," yeah. Now we blow the roof off everything. We blow the roof off of it. Ain't nothing else to talk about. I mean, you know what's interesting though about what TBL is doing? It's creating that atmosphere of okay, URL, your move. It's like okay, it's on you now. We see the Nome card. What are y'all gonna do for Summer Madness? Because if this is what TBL was doing, and they got battles that y'all probably should have had on No More Summer Madness, and now that y'all don't have those battles, what is the move now? What are y'all gonna do? Y'all can't just, you're not gonna be able to throw. No disrespect to none of the people that came out of the Crucible, but you're not gonna be able to put a Crucible or two of those on a card with some big names and say this is Summer Madness. The fans is gonna be like, what? Because when you announce a Hitman and a Murder Mook battle with Nitty and Calico as the co-main event, that's pressure. In fact, TBL's putting pressure on themselves because it's like, well, how much longer can y'all keep this up? You know what I'm saying? Like this shit ain't for the weak. When you throwing big shit like this is kind of it becomes the norm for y'all. It becomes expected. Fans start to get spoiled. And I'm gonna say, shout out to URL because they've been around here like what 17 years, 18 years, putting on nothing but crazy battles. So whenever it might be a year where they're not necessarily the top dog, it's okay. Because they already up by 50, 60 points on the competition. It's like y'all got to catch up. We got a catalog of countless classic battles.
Okay. Um. Well, I can't wait to the next announcement.
Yeah, I need to see what the next announcement is going to be because with these two battles alone, make you say, "I'm buying a pay per view." I don't even care what y'all announce after. I'm buying a pay
Okay.
per view
Well,
or I'm getting my
speaking of the
ticket. I'm
TB,
I'm I'm gonna be in the building.